right now, I like to look at the fact that small and medium enterprises, there's been this argument that they do not engage in strategic planning. The word is strategic, and I'd just like you to tell us, how do you strategize when you're planning? I know you've talked about the overview of what planning should entail, but for specific, you want to give examples of specific businesses and what led to the success owing to how they planned in terms of the strategies put in place. Joe.
All right, strategic planning is planning. Just putting those simple things, just what are those steps you want to put in place to achieve your business goal. That's what makes it just strategic. Is you are deliberate. You
interact with small business owners, medium enterprises. I would just like you to make a reference to, you may not have to mention the name of the company, but just point out a particular company and perhaps what it does, and what did the owner do to overcome the bottlenecks and the challenges in a period of time.
Okay, I'll start with a firm, consulting firm. I don't want to mention their name.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
It's Edward and I work with the organization on this aspect. What they've done, the business has been in existence for about 5 years now, and every year they practically look at what they've done in the past, like what Edward said in terms of goals. When you're talking about goal setting, where have you been? Where are you now? Where do you want to go? That's what strategy is all about. And in trying to look at strategy, you want to look at every operations in your business in terms of your operations management, how things flow through the organization. You want to look at your sales. What did you sell last year? What did you plan to sell last year? Did you achieve it? Now, next year going forward, do you still want to make that same level of sales target, or you want to set a higher sales target for yourself? How can you get there? What are the mediums? How much do you want to make? All these are strategic points. You want to also look at your people. Okay, what level of intellectual capacity do they have? What do we need to do? Do we need to go for more training? Do we do implant training? It's covering your HR. You might want to look at your admin in terms of our office arrangement, in terms of our filing system. Have we done better? I mean, what's the flow time? What's the process time? You also want to look at your finance department. I mean, the turnaround time of your accountant releasing funds when requisition comes in. All of these things cover strategy. Then most especially, you also want to look at the external part of it. All this I've talked about, they're internal. Because when you're looking at strategy as a small business, you look at internal factors and external factors. You want to look at my competitors. What are they doing? If they have done very well in the past, what did they do? What can I do? Then you begin to look at some strategic tools, like the use of the SWOT analysis. You want to look at your strengths, your weakness, your opportunities, and your threat. You also want to make use of what we call the Michael Porter's 5 forces. What are the substitute products to your own business product? Who are you want to look at what are the threats? What are the threats of the buyers, the threat of the suppliers? What are the tough competitors that can crush you out of that business?
That's a very tough one.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
So all of those are strategy points that you look at to plan and set your goals.
I'll get back to you, Joe. Let me listen to Edward, and I would like you to talk about motivation.
Okay.
Because it could be related to the staying power issue that we talked about earlier on, and there's been the fact that without the motivation to work hard and overcome challenges, some owners may lose the passion for achieving the goals that they've set. How can they stay motivated?
How can I stay motivated? Let me put myself in that picture as an entrepreneur. One of the areas why you can get yourself motivated is because of the end result. It should be exciting enough for me to want to continue as it is.
Having the bigger picture ahead
of you, which is one of the reasons why we say when you write your goal, having written it down, animate it. Because the subconscious mind doesn't understand black and white. The subconscious mind understands pictures. So I want to see myself in a UN conference, for instance. I want to see myself, so I get a picture of me in that desirable future and put it as a constant reminder. It doesn't matter what it is to me now at this level, what I'm facing. Yeah, it could be difficult, it could be challenging, but if I animate that, if I can have it on my phone, on my iPod, on my BlackBerry, on anywhere, and just within my space, you know, that gives me some bit of joy, zest, and, you know, it wants to make me stay. Plus, again, it can happen at the corporate level. Companies can put their goals, their vision, you know, objective, and stick it to the world, their company value, where we're in business, where we are, who we say we are, what makes us different, so that staffs are excited. They know that we are just not another company. We are this kind of company. We are unique. We are who we say we are. You know, we solve problems for clients in a different way. You know, all of that, you know, brings motive. Then again, we could just look at workspace. Your work environment can make your staff motivated. You can reward excellence, reward creativity. Instead of punishing staff for coming late, reward them for punctuality. All of those things are bits for motivation.
Just to draw quickly on Edward, one of the things that can make an SME stay motivated is, you know, when you set goals, sometimes is you're thinking about a future. Maybe it could be a very long time, maybe a year, 3 to 5 years. I found that goal setting, you know, we talk about to-do lists, that our to-do lists actually should come from the goals we set for ourselves. And to-do lists is sometimes we call it the quarterly rocks. The goal you want to achieve in your business, there are chunks of it, there are bits of it that can be done every day before you get to that destination.
Like simplifying.
Yeah, you just take a bit of it and you do it every day. You do it every day in terms of your marketing, in terms of your admin, in terms of your operation. You just take, I'm talking about your everyday to-do list. When you write your to-do list, okay, number 1, I'm going to do this. Number 2, they are actually bits of the big picture. The big picture. So as small businesses, if we come to understand that dynamics, if we come to understand that mysteries about achieving our goals, it's going to take away those fears, those demotivations, because you know at least you can achieve a bit of that goal a day.
Right.
And it gives you the courage to move on to the next day.
Now, Edward, I'd like us to look at the fact that it's okay to be motivated, and how can SME owners make sure that their plans remain relevant this year? And I want to tie this to the use of technology. We all know the impact that social media has had on many of us. The economy is not left out of this. So for the small business owner, how do you incorporate technology? Should that be part of the plan for this year, to go online and ensure that you let the word out there know what you're doing, and what impact should they expect from that? Okay,
you see, I want to just bruise up a little bit. Smart goals, good, but you know, currently we're looking at smarter goals, being specific, measurable, achievable, reliable, and time-bound. Then there's smarter. It needs to be energetic. E. Then the last R, it needs to be relevant. Which is the question that we're having now to discuss with. Your goal must be relevant. Do you understand? So we should be looking at setting smarter goals, not just smart goals. Now, in setting a goal that is, you know, relevant and using technology, we are saying, yes, one of the areas any small business should plan or set goals for is in the use of technology. Apart from looking at income, looking at your people, then again, one other area again that SME should also set goal is in their personal or self-development, because if you don't become better, if your people don't become better, your business cannot become better. So it's not just about making the money, planning for revenue. You must also plan for your people. Now, in the use of technology, they need to embrace, okay, for instance, now we are doing some particular recruitment, and I've been tweeting that vacancy on Twitter. So it's not just going to the conventional print or electronic media again. So you are looking at other platforms, following your audience, going after where your customers are. So again, it is very, very key, the use of technology. Go via all the available social media platforms and create a viable presence there.